Hey everybody, welcome back. So, if you made it back, this is the second video you're watching of mine, and thanks for listening. But what I want to talk about today is kind of interesting, a little scandalous, but it's also just speculation, and this is all allegedly. I am not saying for a fact, because I don't want to get sued. Anyways, so when it comes to William and Kate's relationship, and yes, I mean future king and queen William and Kate, they have like this squeaky clean image. They look like the perfect couple almost. Well, let's just say it looks like William's been a naughty boy, kind of like his daddy was, and I'm not surprised, honestly. I'm really not surprised, because if you look at it, the signs are all there that he is a future Charles in the making. So, allegedly, William has a son, an older son, with a woman named Rose. Now, Rose was a longtime family friend, and since these allegations have started, you've seen Kate and Rose together recently, and I kind of feel like that's a bit of damage control. So, Rose has a son. Now, this son, is supposed to be the son of William, and when she got pregnant, she allegedly went ahead and got married to someone else real quick, like a shotgun wedding type thing. And her family actually announced it, like, immediately. Like, before she even got the chance to, like, blink, her family had already announced the engagement. And usually when it comes to celebrity type people, and that includes, like, upper British class society, especially when you're close to the royals, eyes are on you, especially over there. We don't have royalty in the U.S., but overseas they kind of take it pretty seriously. So anybody associated with them is going to be known. Now, when it comes to Rose's children, there is a minuscule amount of the daughter, but we have like nothing on this boy. There's like a picture out there of him. I don't even think we have a name. And usually I think where there is nothing, there is something. Not always, but I am a conspiracy theorist at heart. So, I believe that there might be something to these rumors. And, allegedly, King Charles and Camilla have a son who's like 50 years old, coming out and saying that he's the son. Now, he could be lying for some kind of attention, but I find it odd that some middle-aged man from the UK is all of a sudden claiming to be their child. And I think he actually might kind of look like Charles a bit. Like, they have similar features, he kind of looks like he could definitely be their son. And I don't think that the royal family has even acknowledged this. I mean, they could just say, oh no, that's not true, blah, blah, blah. I think they are trying to probably pay this dude off, or introduce the idea of setting up a new royal lineage. Now, when you think about it, if something happens to William and Kate, who would take the throne? I mean, naturally it would be Harry, but the Queen isn't alive anymore, and Charles is kind of a dick. So, I wouldn't be surprised if he completely disinherited Harry. I don't think he has for public image, honestly. Like, I don't think he wants to look like an asshole, even though we know he kind of is. But if this man actually were their son, I mean, he could have a claim to the throne, especially considering Camilla is actually queen consort, and they are saying that Camilla is getting all of her family titles and stuff like that, which is to be expected. I can't say I blame the bitch, honestly. I probably would too. But that's a little conspiracy theory I want to throw out there for you guys. So, anyways, back to William and Rose. Now, Rose's grandma was in Queen Elizabeth's wedding as one of her bridesmaids. So, those two actually go back a long time. Kind of like Charles and Camilla. And yeah, like Kate and Rose have been spotted out in public together. Now, this is starting to sound very familiar, very Diana-ish, but Kate is no Diana by any means. She can wear Diana's clothes, try to present herself like Diana, but she's not. And I almost feel like, if it's true, maybe Kate constantly wearing Diana's clothes is like some kind of a symbolism in her mind. Oh, and William apparently doesn't even sleep at their house. See, Kate and the boys, or Kate and her children, I think they have 2 boys and a girl, they sleep at their own little house or whatever, and William flies back to the castle every night to go to sleep. That is so odd. Like, even for royals, I feel like that is odd. At least the king and queen stayed in the palace together. They might have their own separate rooms, which is kind of normal for royalty, but for, a middle-aged married couple, I mean, they haven't been married that long to get even sick of each other yet. So, yeah, there's that. He could be flying on into Rose's house on the chopper, flying back to the castle. Who knows? Really, who knows? Seriously, I don't. But, yeah. So, that's my take on what's going on with the royalty. Sorry, guys. I'm rubbing in lotion. It puts the lotion on its skin. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So, there's that. I don't really care for the royal family, believe it or not. I do care for, I guess, history of the royal family. Royal people 100 years ago, I am interested in. Well, more like a couple of hundred. I'm interested in the Tudor dynasty. Mostly when it comes to Mary, Queen of Scots, and the first Elizabeth, and Henry V. Oh, and I also adore Catherine de Medici. I feel like she was a woman way ahead of her time. With her flying squad and all that. Maybe I'll start a little history thing on here where I talk about history stuff that fascinates me. I don't know. We'll see. Y'all know I'm really sporadic and I don't really plan things very well. Oh, another thing. So, Kanye's wife, alleged wife, girlfriend, whatever Bianca is. So, this is so interesting. I found something out. So, this woman, she's not just, a designer for Yeezy. She is actually the granddaughter of the Melbourne Al Capone. Yeah. So, her family has really strong mafia ties, allegedly. And, yeah, her grandpa, I think, was sentenced to death. But, yeah, I thought that was so interesting. The granddaughter of the Melbourne Al Capone. Yeah, her family has very strong mafia ties. So, but her grandpa, I believe, was on death row. He got out of it. I think he'll just be in jail the rest of his life. But, can you imagine? How crazy. So, I think this definitely gives Ye some street credit back after Miss Vanilla over here, Kim Kardashian. And I also believe that's probably why we haven't seen Kim really messing with Bianca. And I can't really say I blame her. I wouldn't fuck with the bitch. But I'm starting to really like Kanye again. I don't care what anybody says. He reminds me of my cousin almost. I don't know if it's the way he smiles or what it is, but he's funny. And he reminds me of my cousin Billy. I swear, when you hear just the way his humor goes, it definitely reminds me of my cousin. So, I like Ye. Even though he is a little crazy, but I'm crazy too, which is probably another reason why I like him. And I know people might get offended when I say crazy, but I am crazy. And I am almost like Kanye's type of crazy. He's bipolar, and I have BPD. Our symptoms actually kind of mirror each other a little bit, but BPD is a little bit... I'm not going to say it's harder, but I think sometimes our symptoms can be a little bit more extreme when it comes to our moods and stuff. But anyways, that's probably all for today because I do this thing sporadically, so it's kind of whenever. I don't know when y'all are going to get another one. I guess whenever I feel like talking and putting it all together, because that's honestly what keeps me from doing this more. It's just the editing. It's so, it takes so much time. And I know you're thinking, well, it's just usually a couple pictures, isn't it? Yeah, but the way my editing app works, it takes me a little minute. So, thank you guys for